Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to a new video, man. Let's talk about this rental crisis that's going on in the United States today, man. Something serious we need to talk about. Let's get right to it. So I want to talk about a serious matter that's going on in our country today, and it's finding rentals to actually live in. Not coming from an investor aspect, but more so somewhere to live, especially for the middle class. If you've been following what's going on, it's becoming way unaffordable for the typical middle class person to afford rent anywhere. They're getting hit both ways, all over the place, from food to rent to gas. Everything's becoming so expensive, and wages to the middle class is definitely not keeping up with what's going on today. And what made me want to make this video is because, you know, my personal life, my grandmother is moving to Maryland in 2 months. And as I'm going around and I'm looking for a rental for her, I'm realizing how expensive stuff is. And I try not to escape what the norm is for the typical person in the United States. I mean, my grandmother, right? So she's like a typical person. She worked for 50 years. She's now retired. She get a pension and Social Security, which is not that much money. And for a one bedroom, y'all, literally a one bedroom is $2,000 almost. So you can find something for $1,800, $1,900, but around $2,000 for a one bedroom for the typical person, bro. That's insane. Nobody can really afford that. And look, when I say middle class, I'm talking about a household making between 50 and 100K. And the thing is, it's messed up. This is the thing about being middle class. That's why they always say middle class always gets like the short end of the stick when it comes to living in this country, because they make too much money to get any subsidized housing like Section 8, but they don't make enough to actually afford a nice house in a good neighborhood. So they kind of got to decide where they want to live at, right? You want to live in the trap, right? In the hood, where, you know, you can get a 2-3 bedroom that fits, you know, the lifestyle of your family. Or do you sacrifice getting a really, really small place, but then it's going to be super crowded, or you got to get a roommate or 3 roommates just to afford, you know, a basic 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house or apartment. So it's kind of crazy. Rental prices was $1,000 less than what it is today. So within the last 3 years since the pandemic, the rental prices has increased drastically. And me personally, right, from the investor standpoint, I typically have my property manager handle all of my rentals, and they send me emails based on what the market is doing, saying this person lease is about to be up, and according to like the market rate, we are going to increase the rent $250 or $200 or even $100. And you know, me as a person, right, I got a heart too. So on an investor side, right, I want to make money, right? I want to get as much money as possible. At the same time, I already know, man, these people ain't gonna be able to afford an extra $250 a month in rental. So some of those rentals, I try to tell them to hold off and keep it where it's at, because I understand how expensive stuff is becoming. And it's more so not for, you know, mom and pop investors like myself, but it's like the big dogs, like BlackRock, even Chase. Like, it's a bunch of these hedge funds and private equity firms that's buying these properties in bulk and raising the prices, putting them in a hard place, man. And if I'm not sure in y'all city, but where I invest at, where I'm from, homelessness is becoming crazy. Like, if you think the middle class can't afford it, the lower class definitely can't afford these rental properties. And the line to become a Section 8 candidate is extremely long. The waiting period is long. That's why you're seeing more and more homeless people, or people even living in a car. Personally, I know it's a lady, I go to 7-Eleven almost every day, right? And it's this lady who works there, and she works there full time, but live in her car because she can't afford the rental prices in this area. And it's kind of insane, it's crazy, it's sad for real. And the thing is, the crazy part is, nobody knows what the answer is. Nobody knows what to do. Lawmakers they kind of confused on which angle to go, because at the same time, right, you know, there's a lot of politics when it comes to lawmakers, and the ones that's, you know, the people that lobby these type of laws are the ones like the BlackRock and the private equity firms. And I'm not sure what's going to happen, honestly. This is why I always, you know, emphasize, you know, entrepreneurship and starting something on the side outside of your job, because these days, bro, your job is not enough. I was reading this one article. It was a study that was done. Basically, you got to make $300,000 to raise a family comfortably in this country now. which is crazy, right? I remember somebody said you make $300,000 or your household make $300,000, man, you was considered like super well off, like super good. But now that's just like the bare minimum now, just to breathe a little bit. So y'all, for everybody out there, I don't think it's gonna get no better, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all gotta get on y'all shit, man. Y'all gotta really buckle down, get rid of the dumb expenses that you don't need. And really, man, honestly, in my opinion, you gotta start some kind of business, a side hustle or something. Because these little, even 100K jobs no more, it's not enough, y'all. It's really not enough. Just, from my personal experience, just going grocery shopping, getting gas, I'm just like, damn, I'm spending hundreds at a time. Hundreds and hundreds at a time. And it's just me, my wife, and my daughter. And I feel like I'm spending like $2,000-$3,000 on basic things like food and gas. And it's crazy. Felt like it happened overnight. I remember not long ago, I was renting a place for like $900 for a 2-bedroom in a good location, like not in the hood. Now that don't even exist no more. So y'all, man, buckle down. And again, I don't have an answer to what needs to be done, what's going to be done. I'm just definitely making sure I'm tightening up on my spending, tightening up on my business, making sure I'm getting rid of the shit I don't need no more. And you should do the same. And I think, I talk to other business owners and entrepreneurs, man, they all buckling down, getting rid of the bullshit they done bought back in the pandemic when everybody had money, selling their Lamborghinis and things of that nature, because it's kind of getting real out here. But whenever it's stuff like this going on, it's always opportunity. And the only opportunity I know is definitely real estate and the different strategies and the way you can buy real estate without ever having to go to the bank, like I always preach to y'all. But it don't gotta be real estate, y'all. That's just what I know. There's other ways to make money out here, but you definitely gotta at least start making, you gotta be touching 10, 20,000 a month these days to keep up with what's going on. Otherwise, you're gonna get left behind. And again, it's the middle class that's getting hit the hardest. Because again, y'all not making enough to really afford to live in a nice area with good school systems and things like that. You're making more than a poor person to actually be, qualified to get on Section 8, to get actually provided some help. Y'all jammed up right now. And the majority of United States is middle class. So, man, I'm gonna pray for y'all for sure. And whatever I could do, let me know. Again, I teach real estate, y'all. Y'all ever wanted to, learn more about real estate and trying to see how you can fix your situation, man, always join me on my free workshops that I have. Link will be in the description. And that's it, y'all. So like, subscribe, share. And if y'all got any concerns, questions when it comes to this market, let me know. I do study the real estate market a lot, so I do have some answers. So buckle down though, y'all. Hopefully everybody here is in a situation where you got a safety net, some savings, and you're in a more stable situation, man. So hopefully this video helped y'all, man. Let's get it.